is cathardic. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Did you miss the point? I just gave it to you. People are so misled to only do things that they get rewarded for. This is the reward. I don't get your reward. I'll never get your reward. Good thing I don't want it. Good thing I don't need it. Good thing I don't expect it. Good thing I reject it. Satisfied would make us happy. I don't see it, man. Everybody's just watching TV when they got a spouse and a family. It's kind of weird. Isn't that the American dream or some shit? Biologically and psychologically, that's probably what you need. Biologically and psychologically, intrinsically. Could have just said that. You probably should do that. For those of us that don't need that, really don't need that. Because we know there's some stuff that we'll never be able to let go. Like, the reality of living in this world. That's why I always have to be alone. You couldn't handle the nausea that I experience every day. I know that sounds a little self-righteous. What the fuck do you expect me to say? There's no way to win, so I've gotten used to losing, and that longsuffering allows me to be able to create my own space. I don't have to give in to all the things that they say. And all the wicked ways of the world. All the wicked ways of the world. They're going to infect your children. They're going to infect your woman. She's going to become a feminist in probably about 6 months. Just to let you know. It's so easy to corrupt my gender. It's so easy. What in the motherfuck is gender? You know? This country is just retarded. And when you know that about the country that you live in, the people that live in the country don't like you very much. Imagine that. Jesus said that shit too. So, because nobody wants to be called out. Nobody wants to admit that they're truly without logic or reason. That's why they gotta brag about everything they think they know. That's why I gotta brag about everything that I think makes them superior. I think it makes them interesting. All because you know something. Wow, dude. Why do you know that? Why do you know that? Could it be because of God? You're not that moral, honey. You might be ethical, so what? see anybody doing something that's popular, I have my deep suspicions. You know, we never believe the official story. There's no such thing, there's no such thing, there's no such thing, there's no such thing. Nothing's official, but everything's a story. Yeah, nothing's official, but everything's a story. Nothing's official, but everything's a story, a story, a story. That's why you gotta find God for yourself, damn it. Don't believe the hype, don't believe what you're told. Because it don't mean shit, and he knows that. He knows you. He knows your present, he knows your future, he knows your past. And don't worry, he ain't at a aghast. Aghast. That's a fun word. Aghast. Aghast. A-G. Hast. A-G, that's me. Hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. I love it when people say stuff like that because it just like makes me laugh. Like, hey, 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 hey. You know, like when people are like, yes, 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 yes. You know, those like overly enthusiastic people. Like they're easy to make fun of, but they're still funny. They crack me up. I've been in such a good mood all day, and I think it's because I've been manic for 3 days straight. It's really like 4 days actually. But so like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days, yeah. I guess this is my reward for enduring. I'm so grateful that I don't take medication, cause it would prolong this. When you just go through it, God sees you going through it. Call it a hallucination, or maybe a delusion, because the secular world has got you to believe a bunch of horse shit. And now you're 100 pounds overweight. Isn't that cool? You're 100 pounds overweight. And your genitals don't work like they're supposed to. Isn't that awesome? But hey, at least you're regulated, right? A shrink just shrinks everything you think. Yeah, a shrink just shrinks everything you're supposed to feel, everything you're supposed to experience. Shrink your libido, 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 shrink your cognition. I got too excited there. Shrink your cognition. I can't say that. It's too quick. Cognition. Cognition. Shrink your cognition. Shrink your cognition. That's hard. It's too hard. Can't do it anymore. I'm being too ambitious right now. Shrink your experience. Shrink your relationships. Yep, that's true. They don't shrink. better than that shit. God. Never having sex again. Never holding hands with anybody ever again. Never cuddling with anybody ever again. Never having to watch TV to distract myself from being with this person ever again. Never having to eat shit food with a person and pretending that I'm enjoying it and pretending that I want to be there with that person. I think most people are gaslighting themselves. I'm truly happy for people that have found true love. I'm so happy for people that have that and they appreciate it and they treat their spouse, hopefully their spouse, or their significant other, you know, the way that they should be treated and vice versa. It's such a beautiful thing, and so few people have that. I know it's bullshit, okay? That's why I'm obsessed with love songs, because I know they're not real. I know that love is not real like that. Love is not a Billy Joel song. Love is more like an Elvis Costello song, okay? And I know that he and Diana Krall are still together. But they're probably bored with each other. And they probably watch a lot of TV, okay? And that's the sad reality of it. I'm telling you, man, if television did not exist, nobody in this country would be able to survive, okay? They wouldn't. They would not be able to survive. They would all claw their fucking eyes out. They would beat their spouse over the head with a frying pan, okay? If television did not exist, I know that that's what my dad would have done to my mother a long fucking time ago, and I don't blame him at all. Because for the longest time, I thought that he was the problem. But I started to realize, no, she really is. Like, he's not an asshole if she's not in the room. You know? Like, he's not an asshole at all. She just fucking nags. That's all women do. Anyway. Here's another fucking anti-woman misogynist rant for you. Yes, if you understand female nature, then you're considered a misogynist because you called them out and how fucking obnoxious they are. And I know that I can do that, but I see myself and I hear myself and I'm like, stop it! You know? Don't be that bitch! Men just want peace and quiet. That's all they want. That's all they want is for their woman to shut up. She just talks about nothing. Absolutely nothing, dude. Nothing. Nothing is coming out of that bitch's mouth. But her mouth just keeps moving. Am I doing that too? I feel like what I'm saying is important. I mean, I guess they do too, right? Think that they care if people are actually listening or not. Like, there are women I work with, they'll just talk and talk and talk, and I'll just sit there and I'll be listening somewhat, but I'll also be in my own little world doing a rain dance or some shit. And in my sweet little fantasy, them to repeat themselves, you know, because I wasn't paying attention. And they don't care, you know, they will. But that's why I'm saying, like, I think that social media was literally invented for women. And so the goal had to be to turn men into women through that avenue. And nobody seems to mind, do they? Nobody seems to mind being fucking lame and pathetic and annoying all the time. You know? I know I'm fucking, what's the word? Very misanthropic, very, I'm a polemicist or whatever. Like, I call this my polemical musical. Because Because, yeah, I am, like, critiquing the world. That's what we're supposed to do. Comedians are supposed to do that. And so, if you like me, it's for one of two reasons. It's because you like that I'm a real-ass bitch, or you like that I talk about God and mental illness and stuff like that. It's interesting. So I keep receiving comments from people. I guess the algorithm picked up what I was putting down, and there are a bunch of fucking people that watched this video that I did where I quoted Psalm 51. And somebody said something. They were like, so you're seeing what religion truly is. You're waking up. And I was like, how the fuck did you get that message out of what I said? I was like, did you watch the video? Like, I don't know. I think they watch part of it and then they leave a comment. They don't watch anything else. That has to be what happened, because it's like, or maybe they're just truly like misinterpreting the things that I say. It's not just me though. I don't take it personally. I mean, I see this all the time, like where I'll read an article and then like I'll see like what other people say about it, and I'm like, did we read the same thing? Like, did they completely misinterpret that? Am I misinterpreting that? Am I totally wrong? And I'll like reread it to try to see what they saw, you know? Because that's how open-minded I am, okay? I don't think they're gonna do the same thing. But I think that like a lot of stuff that's put out there in the news, as well as TV shows, songs, the whole purpose is to see where we're at as a society. And political events are a fine example of this. And then you got social media where like everybody's yakking about it. And so that's a clear indicator of like where people's heads are at and how easily manipulated they are to believe lies and go along with their own personal bias. So that's what you're doing on social media, just let you know, unless you're doing something cool like what I'm doing. Jake the Awake, look him up if you have not already, because he's smarter than me and he's a man. He's a man with a penis and a ball sack that he does not deny, okay? But he found me. The reason I discovered him is because he discovered me first. So I guess, yeah, the algorithm was being extra friendly that day. But no, I love the fuck out of him. He's cool. He's probably my soulmate if I ever had one. If I actually have a soulmate, it's probably him. But anyway. Kindred spirit, let's just say that. I think God's my soulmate. I believe I've said this before. But, what was I saying before I brought him up? I don't fucking remember. He distracted me. Damn it, Jake! You fucking distracted me. I think I was just talking about how stupid the world is. Like, world events. Yeah, they're events. They're all planned. Okay. But yeah, TV shows. I was going to talk about TV shows. So back in the day, do y'all remember like old school TV? How like they would measure the ratings, and like whenever there would be like a finale of a show, there'd be like millions of people watching it at the same time. Like, I still remember that with Seinfeld. I don't even remember when it ended, like the 90s, right? Mid-90s. But, yeah, like,
there were all these people speculating on what was going to happen. Are Jerry and Elaine going to get married? Probably not. That's not the nature of the show. You really think it's gonna ruin itself by being sentimental all of a sudden? They already tried that anyway. Didn't work out. Because Elaine is Elaine for a reason, okay? See, like, I didn't care about the show when it was going on because, you know, I was too young to really understand it. I mean, it's not that deep or anything, but, like, I would have been one of those smarty pants that watched the show and told everybody else that they were fucking retarded for thinking that Jerry and Elaine were ever gonna get married. I mean, what happened? What happened? They were in jail, right? They went to jail, and then it was like a shout out to the first episode where, like, Jerry was like, I think we've had this conversation before or something. It was like they were talking about something that they were talking about in the original episode. Yeah, see, that's actually really smart. But anyway, remember the show Breaking Bad? I brought this up before, but the reason I'm bringing it up now is to, you know, further illustrate the point that I'm making about Americans. Americans are really stupid, and they didn't get that show at all. And I was in a really shitty relationship, and I watched that show. I would have never watched that show if I wasn't in a shitty relationship, so I guess I should be grateful for that. But I think that a sign of emotional intelligence is how long did it take you to hate the main character? If you never hate the main character, you're very stupid, okay? And if you hate his wife, and I know his wife was fucking annoying because she was a woman, but if you hated his wife but you didn't hate him, that's dumb. That's just really dumb, because you're missing the whole point. And I know that I'm right because Vince Gilligan, who is the writer and the creator of the show, he said that he wanted to make a show where the protagonist became the antagonist. So he's a bad person. You're not supposed to like bad people, all because they're the main character. I realized there were some cool moments where he was like a badass or whatever, but he was still a piece of shit. And so, yeah, I think I hated him in episode 2. And so, yeah, like, I remember getting into so many arguments with people, and they're like, yeah, I hate his wife. I'm like, you don't hate him? He was a horrible, horrible person. He's like a sociopath. He's like a malignant narcissist, and you like him? So, yeah, I think that that show really represented how brainwashed people are. And they're not just brainwashed to think that malignant narcissists are really cool because they sell meth, or sympathize with them all because they have cancer. He deserved it, okay? But they're brainwashed because they think that they're supposed to like certain people and dislike other people. So because he was the main character, you're supposed to support the main character and everything that they do, even if it's fucked up, and hate the person that is hindering them, like his wife, you know? That's what I got out of it. But the fact that the creator of the show stated that, like, he wanted to create a character that was, you know, just a horrible person, I just think it kind of shows, like, you know, the level of morality that we're at as a country. And so, yeah, I think that that's the point of a lot of this stuff. And, somebody's gonna say that I'm being a woman and like, oh, I've got too much compassion or whatever, and like I can't just like appreciate. Yeah, no, you don't understand. You don't understand art, my friend. You don't understand art. Like, I get that art is open to interpretation, and definitely a lot of misinterpretation, obviously. But the thing is, though, when the writer and the creator like comes forward and says, this was my idea, and you as a watcher or audience member of the show, and you're like, wow, I get that. Like, that's what I thought, you know? That means that you're right and everybody else is wrong, okay? So I'm one of those people, like, I analyze the fuck out of everything, and if I'm wrong, I want to know why I'm wrong. And I mean, whatever. You enjoy the show, you think he's a badass, whatever. I'm not trying to make you feel like a terrible person. I'm just saying that, like, a lot of stuff is gray. A lot of stuff is open to interpretation and everything. But some stuff isn't. Some stuff is pretty black and white. I mean, just the way that Walt treated Pinkman the entire time, the kid that was helping him sell meth. I mean, that's why. Because I saw the way that he treated him. It was really that. It wasn't how he treated his family. It was how he treated, like, the person that, you know, he needed. People that are super controlling and manipulative and in it for themselves, like, those people aren't good, okay? And the world has you convinced that that's totally okay, and that makes you cool. That makes you cool if you can get away with something terrible. And look, I know it's a TV show, you don't have to tell me, okay? Apparently that stuff's not real, right? But I feel like, yeah, it's supposed to teach us, like, where we are in our world. Where we are morally and ethically. And so, yeah, that makes sense. Why people that don't really have morals or ethics are totally fine with websites that diminish whatever empathy we had before and hoist our ego on a pedestal so we can pretend that we're superior over other people that act just like us because we're all on the same website.